Morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Saturday morning show is here. It's come so quick. Yeah, we're back here. Am I fired up? I'm chilled out. I'm absolutely chilled out. Rather relieved. I received some really good news yesterday, late yesterday, early this morning as well. But I want to say a quick shout out to the lads, the likely lads on the Easy Talk last night. Your brother Isaac, John Nagaza Guna, and Max, the voice. Max, the voice. Or is it Matt? Matt, the voice. No, seriously, in all seriousness, I know it was 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks we didn't do any Easy Talk transfer window, and we came back with a bang. So thank you to the Lighty lads over there. And like I said, we've got three parts of a whole news on the Saturday morning show, I believe. Just got did a little bit of research, but yeah, some words from Paul Merson about Arsenal, the dealings, the youth. Yeah, some more comments from an ex-Arsenal player. I don't believe he actually played 8 years in Arsenal. And some thoughts, some words from one of our the star boy, Champions League. And how wrong was I? How wrong was I? But I'm going to ask John. So, people, have had some problems. Technical problems. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I've got a new laptop, and with the what do they call it? The Gremlins are striking again on Canon 4 TV, but it looks like I might have to return the laptop. So I do apologize for that little interlude there. I hope you can hear me clearly. And so yeah, welcome back to Canon 4 TV, the Saturday morning show over here, the channel for Arsenal fans, literally all over this world. Just been looking at the guys in action yesterday. Right, so let's get into this one. And like I said, there's been some comments. I think, who should I go to first? I think I'll go to. This is not Paul Merson, by the way. It's not Paul Merson. This is the manager, of course. But Paul Merson has spoken in a newspaper. Sort it out, Arsenal. Sort it out. Arsenal legend Paul Merson believes the Gunners hierarchy needs to sort it out the future of their top talents. Over the years, Arsenal have offered huge contracts to the likes of Mesut Ozil and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Both these players ended up leaving the Emirates Stadium after Mikel Arteta froze them out. Now, the Lacazette's contract is coming to an end, but despite this, Arteta named him as captain in the wake of Aubameyang's departure. But writing in the Daily Star, Paul Merson believes that giving the armband to Lacazette is going 2 steps back after offloading Aubameyang. I say, oh, right, okay. How we? Well, anyway, let's continue reading this, and I'll probably give you my thoughts at the end. Where were we? Yeah, so the hybrid legend believes that Arsenal need to be looking at tying down the likes of Bukayo Saka to a bumper new deal. Kieran Tierney should be Arsenal captain, wrote Merson, because you can't put your faith in Lacazette. Oh, my goodness. And my old club should start sorting out better contracts for young players like Bukayo Saka right now instead of wasting their money like they have before. In brackets, Lacazette's contract is up. You'd have to offer him a fortune if you give him a new one, and he hasn't ripped it up for the last few years. So why would you do it why would you do it for the next few? Arsenal have young players who have come through the ranks and are getting paid next to nothing compared to him. They are the ones the club needs to be sorting out. Oh, my goodness. Well, I tell you what, he didn't mix his words there, did he? Didn't mix his words. But how do I feel about the contracts in regards to the youngsters and comparing that to the elder statesmen or experienced players? And even more so, is Paul Merson right in saying that really Arsenal shouldn't have given the armband to Lacazette? Give it to other prominent players who have leadership qualities. So what do you think, guys? Do you think Paul Merson is actually right in saying, no, why are you giving it to Lacazette for until the end of the season? Give it to the other protagonists. What I would say, actually, I forgot to mention on the East Talk last night, you probably see that the lads are just talking there in the background, is that it was my man of the match was in between Ramsdale and Gabriel. In regards to the leadership stroke armband, who should be the captain, I would have no qualms with giving it to either one of them, to be honest. I know I've said in the past that, to have a goalkeeper as your captain, how can you get the message out to the players when he's stuck quite, static in that area there? But yeah, I don't have no concerns about Gabriel's language, because actually there was a snippet of him playing against Wolves, and he was shouting out, "Come on!" I said, "Oh, right, okay." He's working on the language, learning English. He's learning, you know what I mean? But do you think Arsenal are a little bit too prudent in literally just giving it to Lacazette, whereas they should have given it to actually one of the stars? And I did say, actually, I can't remember when I said it. I said, look, they should not rush. Don't rush in giving the armband out to any of the players. Use the opportunity as a process of like when you go for an interview. Use it as an interview. Speak to the players who you think will be ideal captains. Or they can come to you and say, listen, I'm going to put my hat in the ring. I want to be captain. But go through the process. Speak to them, interview them, and at the end, make a decision. But yeah, Paul Merson. Do you agree with Paul Merson? Is he right? Is he, does he think that literally by giving the armband to Lacazette, we've gone 2 steps back? And in regards to the contracts, the players are earning next to nothing compared to experienced players. Again, the aforementioned Mesut Ozil, Aubameyang, boom. We gave them so much money. And what happened to them? The demise, the end of their Arsenal career. Yeah. But anyway, so that's the first news segment. And I think we'll talk about, these two players. Well, not so much these two players, but more about Bukayo Saka. Arsenal news, Bukayo Saka outlines future dream. The star ignores Mikel Arteta's demand. What's happened here? Bukayo Saka has spoken out of his dream to play in the Champions League football, while Mikel Arteta's call for Arsenal to improve their red card record has fallen on deaf ears. Thursday's win felt like a big one for Arsenal away at informed Wolverhampton's team, and down to 10 men for the final stages. I'll get to that in a moment. The Gunners clung on to the lead they'd established in the first half, thanks to a Lacazette goal. He didn't score. It was Gabriel. Having watched the team struggle for the best early weeks in 2022, Manager Mikel Arteta would have been pleased with the effort at the Molineux, which keeps Arsenal firmly in the race for the top four finish. Arsenal can now watch on this weekend to see how their rivals fare, because we're back in action next week on the 19th. I think it's a Wednesday or Thursday. Involvement in the Club World Cup means that they have no Premier League fixture to fulfill. Now, Arsenal winger Bukayo Saka has said it would be a dream to play in the Champions League football. And truth be told, I would actually say that if he was not speaking about his ambitions, I would question him. You want the players to be ambitious, but with that ambition comes some other elements. The other elements I'm talking about is that if he's at a club that lacks the ambition, would he want to go and play for another club? I think most likely yes. Ambition, players want to play. Even more so, young players, they want to play. They need to play. But anyways, just kind of going off there. So the Gunners Academy product has enjoyed a stellar season and is a crown jewel in Arteta's enterprising youth team. However, speculation has surfaced in recent weeks about possible problems with a contract extension, leaving some Arsenal fans a little bit concerned over the England's trials long-term future in the North London club. Finishing in the top four would seemingly help those talks, though. I think the Champions League creates so many special nights, and it's a dream for me still to experience one of them, and hopefully more of them, said Saka. Yeah, I know there's been some, like I said, the report says there's been some speculation about other clubs coming in for him. Is he like wobbling? Is he thinking, actually, I can't see my future at Arsenal. I can't see Arsenal winning the Champions League. Who knows what he's thinking? Only he himself knows what he's thinking. But again, young players are ambitious. Club level, they want to be winning trophies. In Europe, they want to be winning trophies, or at least challenging for trophies. And that's something we've not done for quite a few years. Champions League, we're not ready to be in Champions League, to be honest. But that's not going to stop him from being ambitious. Yeah. Sorry, lad. Sorry. It's a bit of a negative. Not so much negative. It's a reality, isn't it? It's a reality. I'm absolutely sure that if the numbers fell in the right place, and it was, again, the Chelseas or Man Cities, the Liverpools, the Barcelonas, all those clubs there, I'm sure if the digits fell in the right place, Saka would be sold to them. You would be sold. And what's the last segment? I'm just kind of playing for time. Thinking, what's the last segment, Alex? Is it the last segment? Let's have a look here. Ah, yes, it was about the captain situation. That's what it was about. So this report here, I'm not going to put anything. I'll just you can see my face. I'm going to be reading this report here. Yeah, Ex Gunners says the £63,000 a week player should be Arsenal's next captain, not Tierney. Jermaine Adiadier is adamant that Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta should make Aaron Ramsdale the next captain, not Tierney. The Gunners recently pushed Aubameyang out of the door. We kicked him out of the door. They didn't push him out. Arteta announced a few days ago that Alisson Lacazette is the new club captain following Aubameyang's departure. But that is only temporary. The Frenchman's contract is to expire at the end of the season, and it's very likely that he will be allowed to walk away from the club. Now, Arsenal will then have to appoint a new captain, and Tierney is many fans' preferred option. However, ex-Gunners Ali Adier thinks the Scotsman is not the right option and has tipped Ramsdale to take over the armband. The Frenchman who spent 8 years. Can't believe he spent 8 years. I thought it was like maybe 5 years. But anyway, 8 years at the club. He says, for me, Ramsdale should be the next captain because I've seen this season what a leader he is on top of being a top goalkeeper and what he's done on the pitch. For what I hear at the training ground as well, he's becoming a real leader. You've seen the reaction that he has had during the game when he's motivating everyone, when he's boosting everyone. I think he will be an obvious choice. So I know we've spoken on many occasions about who should be the next captain. I think going through the process, going through the gears, gear 1, just maybe talk to the players and see who would like to volunteer to be the captain. Or better still, the club, rather than waiting for the players to come to you, speak to the options and see how they feel. And then step two, sit down with them and talk to them and see how they feel and use it like an interview. And step three, appoint the captain and vice captain. Go through the gears. But to be honest, I disagree with Paul Merson, him saying literally we've gone 2 steps back by giving the armband to Lacazette, because Ramsdale is not going to change. Ramsdale is not going to change. He's going to be mouthing off, shouting at the players, motivating the players. So just because Lacazette has got the armband, it's not going to stop the likes of Gabriel trying to gear up the players. It's not going to stop Ramsdale shouting out from the back. But I think I've got no problems with giving the armband to Lacazette until the end of the season, and come the end of the season, go through the gears. Step one, step two, actually not step one. Gear one, gear two, gear three. Gear three is actually you announce who is the new club captain, because Lacazette's not staying. He's not staying. So that is it. That's the 3 parts of a whole. Yes, on this Saturday morning show, I'm sounding a little bit croaky. Just been looking at those guys there, man. They're likely lads. Yeah, and they easy talk last night. Again, guys, Matt the voice. Yeah, thank you very much. And our brother Isaac, and of course, John Guna for appearing on the Easy Talk. So, we're back in action. Not quite, not full all guns blazing, because Monday is the return of the Canon project. So look out for that. Monday is usually 5:30 p.m. UK time. And I've got to say, actually, I know a lot of you were expecting to see a special guest on the channel. Unfortunately, my special guest has had some problems, like actually I had yesterday with my broadband. So they are not able to come onto the show today. I actually should have mentioned it last night, but I had so many things going on. But the special guest will definitely be on the channel the following Saturday. Yeah, not today. So I do apologize for that. And I give all the big up and the lead up. And then these things happen. These things happen. And also I'll mention to everyone and remind everyone, and don't forget, it's our birthday. It's our birthday. It's 4 years and it's our birthday. Let me move this. What's this doing on there? There you go. 4 years. 4 years on Canon Fodder TV. And long may we continue. Preferably with me, still at the helm. And my brother somewhere in residence. Yeah, so thank you for all your birthday wishes, both on YouTube as well as on Twitter sphere. Not so much on Facebook, because there's some problems with the link going live, or actually the live feed to our Facebook followers. I do feel sorry for them. I'm very, very sorry about that. I know I need to sort that out. So yes. I'm not sure why I'm saying yes to. But let's go into the live chat for the first time on this Saturday morning and see who's joining us on this Saturday morning on Canon Fodder TV. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, my friend. This is morning, red and white. Good morning, Colin. Arsenal didn't give the armband. The manager makes that decision. Well, Lacazette was a vice captain. Was he the? Yeah. Because when the Bellerin was here, he was the vice captain. So, So it was expected that he would be the interim captain until summer. I disagree with Merce there. Yeah, so do I. Because I said that I've got no qualms. Give him to the armband. Don't rush to make a decision to nominate the next club captain. So again, it's not going to stop Ramsdale from being Ramsdale. It's not going to stop, Ben White, because the people as well said that for the future, he could be a future captain for Arsenal. And Gabriel's going to be Gabriel. And Tierney's going to be Tierney. So just because Lacazette's got the armband, it's not going to stop them. It won't stop them. The armband is just another example of a mistake during the solutions tenure here. He has gotten the correct either and has not learned. Yes, really, we were so bad at the beginning of the season that now our mistakes look better. What's wrong with consistency? A good Arsenal, an Arsenal that competes with Europe's very best. go back to the lie that we were sold, innit? The lie. Here we go. A no game this weekend means the clickbait kings are out in force. Ignore them, Alex. Oh yeah. I know. I know. Anyway, let's have a look. Good afternoon, fella. Good afternoon to you, OPO. I hope you're keeping well, my friend. I hope you're keeping well. Having said that, someone like Saka deserves to play in the Champions League. With deserving and needing and wanting completely different things. You know, Arsenal, we've got our just desserts. We've got our just desserts. You don't get what you want and what you need in life. You get what you deserve. You know, and that's just it is because of the way the club has been run. All the things I mentioned before, from the top all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, so Arsenal in this situation because we deserve this. Yeah, we want to be, we need to be in the Champions League, but it's not going to happen because we are deserving of our own, how can I say this, of what we've done, of what the club has done, because I haven't done anything. I've just been speaking about Arsenal. But I would like to see a Bukayo Saka in the Champions League. I would like to see an Emma Smith-Rowe. I would like to see a Martinelli, you know, a Ramsdale. I would like to see them, but the club, up until this point, don't deserve to be in the Champions League. Good morning, Carl. I hope you're keeping well, my friend. Alex still thinks you are going to finish 12th. I still think Arsenal will get 4. No. And I don't want to be the voice of doom, but I'm the voice of doom. Arsenal are not going to finish in top 4. They won't finish in top 4. The reason why, what we are consistently good at is being inconsistent. And that gives you, you know, palpitations, headaches, heartaches, heartburn, hypertension. That's one thing Arsenal are good at being inconsistent. The highs are the highs and the lows are the lows. There is no middle ground with Arsenal. No middle ground. Yeah, so for that, Arsenal, a club wanting to be in the Champions League, you have to be consistent, consistently performing. And in regards to the red cards, I know literally we're the worst at the red cards, you know, the ill discipline. But the majority of those have been down to Granit Xhaka. Yeah, we could talk about the referees, you know, actually was last night we said, but the things the players are making it so easy because the referees are itching to take out the cards. Don't give them the opportunity. But the ill discipline, the majority have been down to Granit Xhaka. Anyway, we're not going to meet. We're not going to get or attain top 4. It's not going to happen. I think their chances at 12th is just as good as a 4th. Alex says 8th. Yeah, and there's no doubt I have remained consistent throughout the whole of the season. 8th. We're going to finish 8th. Ah, look at that. Inconsistency suggests that, Carl. So inconsistent. Then that's the one thing we've been good at, being inconsistent. Alex, a special guest is Charles Watts or David Austin. No, it's Mikel Arteta. It was supposed to be Mikel Arteta. That's what it was supposed to be. You remember I said it's not going to be Arsenal related, not football related. It was supposed to be Mikel Arteta. Because no Charles Watts, he is more positive than Isaac. Not Arsenal related, not football related. Oh my goodness, Mikel Arteta. Interesting game between Man United and Southampton today. Southampton look a good beating Spurs. Oh, I tell you what, they looked out of this world, didn't they? My goodness. Look here. I'm kidding, mate. I would rather have Jamie Carragher. Oh. Say no more. Say no more. Say no more. there just becomes a point where positivity crosses a line into desperate. I believe we have reached the solution. We reached the solution, have we? The next 5 games are winnable, and then I would take a point at Villa away. But you see, really, don't fall into that trap. Don't fall in that trap of like forecasting. Don't forecast. The next game, just concentrate on it. I can't remember what's the next game. I think we're playing Brentford. Only we need to concentrate on that game. Don't forecast. I fell for it the first and second season of doing transfer news and Canal 40 TV. I've long since dispensed with forecasting for the month. Oh, we can probably pick up a point against them. We can win. Don't forecast. Don't forecast. Let's just concentrate on the next game at hand. What's the next game? It's Brentford. Let's just focus on that Brentford game. Oh, don't fall into it. Don't fall into it, my friend. So how many years without Champions League football do you think you can keep hold of your best players? Not forever. Not forever. The reason I'm asking that was Liverpool's problem and took us years to recover. And it's not, it's yeah, we want to win honours. The players want to win honours. They want to be playing amongst the elite of Europe. But I think just, with modern day football clubs and how they do business, I recently got an email with a video of Tifo Football about how the loaning system for players have been loaned out. And I thought, Chelsea, they've got 30 odd players out on loan, young, experienced players, all players. But Atalanta, they've got 60 odd players loaned out. But going back to the main point here, Carl, is that, yeah, players want to play. But there comes a time when the other bigger clubs in Arsenal are going to be looking at our best assets and want them to play for their team. And as much as I would love Bukayo Saka, Emma Smith-Rowe, and Martinelli, maybe Ramsdale and Ben White and Gabriel to stay at Arsenal, I'm sure when Bayern Munich's, the Real Madrid's, the Barcelonas, all those top European clubs come knocking, I just can't see the players. I can't see the club turning down the figures. If the figures fall in the right place, they'll be off. They will be off. Yeah, but Spurs and Man United are not exactly consistent either. It's caught you live, mate. Congratulations on the 4 years anniversary. Continued success to the flagship channel, Canal 40 TV. Thank you so very much for that, Ray. I hope you're keeping well. And actually, Ray, I'm not sure. Did you see DWTT's comments in the live chat? So Max changed his name to Max. Did he change Mad Max? Oops, stuff in here. Sorry, guys, what's going there? We need an edu invention. Okay. Well, listen, and I kid you not. It must be like 3 seasons ago, or almost 3 seasons ago, I invited Edu onto Canon 40 TV. I kid you not. I sent the request to I can't remember the department at Arsenal, and they sent an email. At some stage I'll put up the email that they sent me. They said literally, your request has been sent to that department. I think the head of communications or whatever it was there. And if they think there's any interest to them, they will respond to me by an email. And I'm still waiting. But I kid you not, we did invite Edu onto Canon 40 TV. What's going on here? Morning, Ray! Morning, Ray! Morning, Ray! I'm just enjoying this vibrant season with our young team. Not quite like David O'Leary's young Leeds team, but let's see what happens next game versus Brentford. Exactly. Let's just focus on the next game. Don't start to forecast. So you're thinking, oh yeah, we might be able to get a point. No, Nah. More headache and more heartache. What's going on? What's going on? Winning a Wolves victory tomorrow. Come on, you. Let's remove this. Get comfortable here on this chair. Oh, it's gone a little bit further down. Can I bring the camera down? Yes, I can. There you go. Hey, Gunners, what's happening? A red card. Shaka gone yet? No, he's still here. He's still here. If we do somehow fourth at the end of the season, yes, four. I said that correctly because fourth is not competing for the league. Why would anyone want to see more than of the 5-1 result? Not me. I don't want to see any of that, to be honest. Come on. Good morning, really. I do agree on paper there are easier games, but I'm not even going to go that and start forecasting. Okay, I'm happy for Liverpool to get Saka. I've always rated him. Yes, Ray, but Alex is also right. Can't take anything for granted this season. Absolutely. Game by game basis. Yes, I've heard the Max. Max the voice. I'm going to catch up on yesterday's podcast. I wasn't sure which Max we have on board. I thought the lads were really, really good last night. Really, really good. Of all the technical difficulties we had before coming up live, and yeah, they did a really good job. Really good job. Ray, did you enjoy the last 20 vibrant minutes against Wolves? Oh, my goodness. Did we park the bus? Did we park the bus, or was it that your Wolves were in the ascendancy, just gathering momentum and putting us under the cosh? But like I said last night, as well as on, I think, the morning show I did on Thursday, the last 17, 16 games is going to be more about the points than the performance. Because it's not the performance that wins us games, it's the points. Yeah? So as much as the Arsenal played terribly, apart from scoring the goal, we eked out the win. So the points are more important than the performance. I get it. I understand it. It's not going to stop me from criticizing the performance, and even more so the referee. And the refereeing, absolutely terrible, abject. Easier games. So the version of Arsenal we want is the team, excuse me, that ekes out victories against lesser clubs. We've got to grow with our young players and get success while they are with us. They won't be with us long, Ray. Like I say, players. I just spoke about Bukayo Saka, talking about his desire to play in the Champions League. How much longer do you think Bukayo Saka will want to give time to Arsenal? Only he knows. I can't answer that question for him. As if Arsenal get top four, I think you will have to do a forfeit. How about it? Yeah, of course. I'll be down for that. Yeah. But if Arsenal don't get top four, would you be happy to do a forfeit, Carl? Right back at you. How we have slipped. Arsenal fan standards are plummeting. We enjoyed Arsenal being resilient. The best Arsenal teams from the 90s won 1-0 to the Arsenal. Well, wasn't that chant? The chant 1-0 to the Arsenal. That's when George Graham came, innit? So I said 80s and 90s. Guys, I'm just showing off here because my new laptop, even though it crashed last night and it crashed again, I might have to return it, to be honest. I can't be dealing with this crashing business. It's got a touch screen. Yeah, so I'm using a touch screen, so I'm showing off. Colin Wood has said that 10 years ago, when United did the same under Fergie and won titles. Does it sound familiar, Ray? You said the other day you like to keep fit. What type of exercises do you do? I used to be a personal trainer, so I'd be very interested. Where it's all cardio exercises. I do warm ups, which takes maybe 5 minutes to warm up, and then I do like cardio exercises. Um, I do sit up because I've kind of developed a bit of a gut, so I've gone back to doing certain exercises to reduce this gut here. But it's mainly cardios, you know, like star jumps and some other quite quirky exercises I picked up on a YouTube channel that both my wife and myself we watch religiously, religiously. But it's mainly cardio exercises. And I'm not about to show you. I'm not going to show you lots. This card thing, we are reaching historic levels, yet the club is going to petition the league on why we've got so many. Well, for me, it's like I said, it's been down mainly to Granit Xhaka. If we take Granit Xhaka out of the equation, we wouldn't be seeing the levels that we currently have at Arsenal. We wouldn't. The conversation will change if we manage to beat Brentford and Wolves in a more convincing manner next. Yeah, again, for me, you know, the style of football, I'm not convinced by it. The formation, I said, when you've got dynamic players like Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, and they're not playing like dynamic players because they're stuck rigid in those positions there. Give them freedom to roam. Give them freedom, Mikel Arteta. And I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to secure the points first. The points must come first. And by hook or by crook, however we'll get the points, if it means we'll get a goal and everyone behind the ball, it's not pretty football. It's not pretty. But again, the points are going to elevate us to top 4 or top 3, not the performance. Let me tell you the best routine, brother. Squats. I do squats as well. Deadlifts, overhead press, bench press, rows all day, every day. A 24-inch Python routine, brother. Yeah, I'm done. I mean, I was never one for lifting weights. You know, I love to jog. I love to run, but since I've got like early signs of arthritis in my knees, I haven't been able to do that. So literally, everything is since the lockdown. Everything has been home based. Yeah, so yeah, but I don't lift weights. Again, I never like to lift weights. But thank you for that, brother. Thank you for that. Fergie had an established success that the solution has not. So yes, really, I did say that. Four dodgy keys. I'm saying nothing. My stance has not changed. I simply keep it clean and truth based. I see Max Tom. Quick question: how long on left on? I think he has 2 years left. I mean, someone might come and correct me, but I'm sure he has 2 years left on his current contract. And Carl, stay well away from Saka. I've no idea. Max the voice. DWTT, the banter's going to continue. I can't wait to see the show. Arsenal Fan Circle. Those of you who are in the live chat now, make sure you subscribe to Ray's channel, Arsenal Fan Circle. Oh, Nelly. Our squad is lean but light up front and tight at the back. We will live on fine margins until the end of the season. The fines, I'll tell you what, the fine margins, the fine lines on a knife edge is, I'm sorry, Granit Xhaka. He lives I'll say his life, but his footballing is always on an edge. You just don't know what you're going to get. Well, actually, we do know what we're going to get, like a yellow and red card. And that's what we don't need from our midfielder. And guys, sorry, don't tell me he's our best midfielder. He's not our best midfielder. Martin Odegaard is our best midfielder. I'm sorry. Ah, right. Okay. Okay. There you go. No, I think he has 5 years left, Carl. 5 years left on his contract, Carl. Hands off. 2 years for Saka. Yes, it's time to talk. Yeah, but does he want to talk? Does he want to come to the table, or is he, cunningly just thinking, I'm just gonna sit back and see how this gets played out, and I will talk when I'm ready to talk. Again, I've spoken about my desire to play in the Champions League, to play in the Europa, win honors, European honors, domestic honors, wonderful. But I'm a youngster. I'm not going to be young forever. And he's quite right. He's right. A young player not talking about having ambitions of playing in the Champions League. I would question. I would question them. So I don't see anything wrong about him talking about that. Why not? It shows his ambition levels. So can the club match his ambition? I always talk about, my legend, Liam Brady, and thank God I got to see my legend in the flesh. I got to ask Liam Brady a question, But before we got to the Q&As, he said his reasonings for leaving Arsenal, because there was talks and whispers about him wanting to leave Arsenal. And he said on the stage, he said, I just did not believe the club, Terry Neal and the board had the ambition to try and win the league. And so he left and went to Juventus. So is a Bukayo Saka looking at Arsenal and thinking the same thing 40 odd years later? Does my club have the ambition to get into and secure top four and try and win the Champions League? And on both fronts, I have to say a massive no. They don't have the ambition. They don't have the ambition. They're quite happy, cool and dandy for Arsenal to be a mid-table team. And that's why you see all the stuff about the transfer window. We did not sign a striker. Didn't sign two strikers. Didn't sign a midfielder. Didn't sign up a backup defender, left back or right back. Where's the ambition? And I got the impression, looking at Arsenal, that they were waiting for the transfer window to open to try and do business. No, the deal was done before, not after the fact. So where's the ambition? So if a Bukayo Saka, if a Emerson Rowe, if a Martinelli, a Ramsdale, a Gabriel, if those players leave because they want to seek fame and fortune and silverware, I wouldn't blame them. I would not blame them. It will hurt. But it shows the lack of the ambition the club has. No ambition. Just enough time left on Saka's contract that we might be hearing about conversations between he and the club. Max will be a new guy. I believe he did. I believe he did. Saka, come on, it's Arsenal. Our current best by recognition midfielder is Olympic Marseille. Even if Arsenal contemplate selling him in the distant future, it has to be abroad, like Germany or Spain. Yeah, Xhaka pulled a shirt again. Yeah, he did. He got a yellow card. Yeah, just again. Odegaard is very way better than Guendouzi, who's a bang average player in the Premier League. Says Hulk. We have the same problem where Salah only having 2 years left. He wants to sign, but the owners are mucking about. Xhaka is better than Guendouzi. That's how bad Guendouzi is. I miss seeing much of Liam Brady, but what a player. Absolutely, man. The only player that I ever cried for when he left Arsenal. And my dad said, "What are you crying for? What happened? Did you lose some money? What's wrong? What's happened?" I said, "No, because Liam Brady left Arsenal." He said, "Listen, don't ever cry for that, because players are going to come, players are going to go. Just make sure you always continue to support Arsenal. That's the only important thing." I said, "All right, Dad, okay." No. Liam Brady, the only player, I repeat, that I ever cried for when he left Arsenal. And no player ever since. No, it's never going to happen again. So all the stuff about, player, allegiance. Oh my goodness, Aubameyang's a legend. He's not a legend. He is not a legend. Anyway, that's a debate for another time. Hulk, Odegaard, and Guindo playing in completely different positions in midfield. But I agree, Guindo isn't that good for the Premier League. Disagree very much, and Xhaka may be the worst midfielder in our history statistically. Statistically, Xhaka made it into the Prem team of the season last. What a joke! Absolute joke. Guendouzi's attitude is terrible. Guendouzi's attitude is terrible, but his skill and passion is convincingly better. Equals like a new signing. Oh my days. Carl, thank you for your £1.79 super chat. Random question: what TV shows and films do you like? Well, I tell you what. Do you know what I'm hooked on? I mean, I loved Star Wars, and I remember going to the premiere back in 1977. My old primary school friend, who I've since found out that literally he is now a photojournalist. And I've been watching the Mandalorian. I've watched the Mandalorian. I've just finished watching Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett. I was thinking, oh, I want another episode. So season 1 is now finished. So I've been watching that. Other miniseries I've been watching is All American miniseries and some other movies would like to see, in Spanish. Who Killed Sarah? Quien Mata a Sarah? Because my wife is Colombian. And yeah, like, to be honest, we don't watch too much TV now for the last 3 or 4 years now. Everything is just like everything on demand. And I've got an app where I don't have to pay for anything. Don't have to pay for anything on my mobile phone. I hope that answers your question. Well, thank you for the super chat. Super chat, £1.79. I go to the coppers. I tried with happiness when a few players left. What sense are you looking at? Cost of team victories and points. Do you watch or play? Colin, having been there in the flesh for Bergkamp testimonial, I can tell you I know firsthand what an Arsenal legend looks like, and Alba was not an Arsenal legend. He was a mercenary. Oh, boom! Oh, God. But the thing is, we never learned a lesson, do we? No matter how you feel about our former number 10 and how he left and we had to pay him off, and our former captain and how he left, Arsenal never learned the lesson. And I think that's why Paul Merson gets so frustrated, because he's right. What about giving bumper contracts to the young players? Give it to the youngsters, because they deserve that. They put us out from so many holes. So many holes. They are deserving of those bumper contracts. Not the experienced players, because they've let us down. Experience is experience if you know how to use the experience. They've earned so much money. And I mean, I wouldn't have used, mercenary, but you just did. I watched Stefano Nal yesterday, a decent one. Oh, right, okay. Money Heist and Lupin are great series to watch. I think my brother, was it my brother? Someone told me about the Money Heist. Oh, no, it was my nephew, actually. I'll check it out. And he came to the club for money, and because he was upset with Dortmund for selling his mates, Dembele despite saying they wouldn't, and for disciplinary him for being late for a very important date. North London derby. Say no more. All right, so have you watched Peaky Blinders? No, I haven't. No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Alba stayed at Arsenal for money. Demanded so much. If he loved the club, oh, hang on a minute. Demanded so much, and he said, remember in the video when he said that he wanted to be an Arsenal legend. He said he wanted to be an Arsenal legend, like Wrighty, Bergkamp. Didn't work out, did it? If he loved the club, why ask for so much money to stay? Then why you get the correct, essentially down tools? Saying nothing more than that. I can agree with you on Auber Hulk, but he would still be our best current striker. Jack Wilshere just said that he'd play for Arsenal for free at Arsenal, and now he's a legend. Not a legend, a club favourite. Not a legend for me, Jack Wilshere. Super Jack, super. Not a club legend, a fan favourite. Our club is in a bad way. Yes, Deadwood had to going on the free, and not having a replacement is irresponsible. When I used to watch Peaky Blinders, yeah, and an English in the Brummie accent. I shouldn't laugh really because the way that the fan base, the media, and the players treated Unai Emery for me was absolutely disgusting. So yeah. Have we come to an end, people? Have we come to an end? So let's just unpin this and go back. It's still pinned. I'm not sure why it's still pinned. I think we're probably coming to an end. Colin says that Unai a proper manager. Yeah, and people will laugh. Unai Emery. Yeah, Unai Emery a proper manager. Yeah. Go and ask him. Unai, can I look at your the trophy cabinet? Can I see trophies? Well, I don't have a cabinet. I have multiple cabinets for all the Europa Cups that I ever won. How many does Mikel Arteta have? Does he have a book of experience? Enough said. He would be our best current striker if he played for us the way he did when he first joined. For sure, Colin, but he wasn't playing like that. The only good thing about Auba playing bad when he was on the pitch was he got the squad extremely used to playing with 10 men. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. I'm having hot flushes. If you could take any Liverpool player in history to fit into the current Arsenal team, who would you pick? Can I choose two? One of which who really played for us and played for you, Ray Kennedy, and may he so rest in peace. And I think what we're missing, but although he would not survive in the current modern day football, will be Tommy Smith. Rock hard. I was going to say Graham Souness, but in the midfield, we're so soft in the midfield. So I'll take probably three: Graham Souness, Tommy Smith, and Ray Kennedy. Ray Kennedy back at Arsenal. But yeah. But they wouldn't. I mean, yeah, midfielders wouldn't survive. The way they play there in the midfield, we'll be getting red cards every single game. Maybe double the tally that we have currently. But yeah, those are the players that I would take into the current squad. Last few before we wrap it up. Kossi disappeared every game. He played for the last 2 seasons. How about Arsenal's summer transfer window sign Diego Simeone? I tell you what, the players talking amongst themselves. Can you imagine? Oi, lads, have you heard that geezer from Atletico Madrid? was the manager, Diego Simeone. He's the next manager. They all get on the phone to their agents. I want out. Get me out of Arsenal. Get me out. Because I tell you what, Diego Simeone, he would knock heads together. Not heads together. Yeah, God, my goodness. But I think there are only probably a few more players that we probably need to still get out from Arsenal. But it's down to recruitment now. And whether you're going to be recruiting internally from, from the academy, or if we need to go further afield and buy a strikers, and I'll go further afield and actually say, let's look in the championship. Look for players who are doing the business in the championship. They will fight tooth and nail for the badge. Tooth and nail. So, yeah, transfer window signed. But the team is only as good as the manager. The manager is only as good as the team. Last few people. Xhaka getting sent off and plus Alba on the pitch. Essentially 9 men. So now when you go down to 10, it's easy for us. I really expected you to say Steven Gerrard. But you see, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, Carl? It's generational, isn't it? Because I know John Gunnar is not there, but we're always talking about the good old days. The good old days, I'm talking about the 70s, bit of the 80s, a bit of the 90s, the noughties, not so much. But I'm an oldie. I'm an oldie. You know, I see the big match. Who remembers the big match with Brian Moore commentating in the 70s? I love those days, man. So it's more generational. When I talk about those players, those are the players that I remember seeing play. Not so, well, yeah, Gerard's not so much. It's generational. All right, last couple, I believe. Laka and Hulk, I agree, but he was better than Laka and Eddie statistically. Or Kane Dalglish, I guess maybe, yeah, possibly. He wasn't the season though. You do goals per minute, 90 minutes. He was just as bad as Laka and Eddie, same with assists per 90. And then if we talk about other statistics such as pass completion, touches, shots, passes made, successful passes, etc., Laka been better. And that's why we look a better team with Laka on the pitch because he's more a more complete player, believe it or not. Do you really think your keeper is good enough? A problem? Good enough? A problem Liverpool had for decades. Oh yeah, I've got no doubts. But I want to see where we end up in the season and talk about the new signings that we made, not in the January, but the summer. So your Tommy Ashews, your Ramsdales, your Ben Whites. We'll talk about those players at the end of the season. But I think Ramsdale is a good goalkeeper, a solid goalkeeper that we haven't had in such a long time. I do like the way he commands the area and the distribution that we did not see with Bernd Leno. Bernd Leno is probably still thinking, am I number one? Remember, he said when Martinez left, I am number one. I always thought I was number one. I will be number one. Cannon for that. Am I number one? Bernd Leno, mate, no, you're not. You're not number one. I'll quickly wrap this one up. Laka and the kids, I said that for the last 2 seasons, but Unai and Alba was a terror. Alba's problem is his game was heavily based on his speed, and he's lost half a step, and so his game's only half as effective. Also, teams have deeper lines these days, less space behind the back to run into. You know what, guys? We have come to an end. I'm just using my touchscreen. I'm just showing off, but touchscreen is no good. The laptop keeps freezing, so I have to probably think about maybe I need to return the laptop or not. Let probably the last say he was made to play out of position after Arteta took over. I have a hard time saying these examples of Arteta's mistakes. We're finished. We're done. I hope you enjoyed the Saturday morning, afternoon Lunchtime show here on Cannon Fodder TV. Max the Voice. I can't wait for the show tomorrow. I know Ray's he's no longer in the live chat. I can't wait. Arsenal Fan Circle with Max the Voice. I will not be back later on this evening, but I will try and make sure I've got like pre-recorded bits and pieces just to keep everyone interested. I know there's a game, a 12:30 game kickoff. I can't remember who's playing. Actually, let's have a quick look. I can't remember, just to remind myself who's playing. Oh yeah, Man United versus Southampton. So come on, you Saints! Come on, you Saints! Get the business done, please, at Old Trafford. Please, please, I'm begging you. Anyway, guys, and that is it. Just over the hour mark. Wonderful stuff. Again, guys, like it says, please, it says subscribe. That's all you have to do. Just subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV. I'll bid you farewell, and just to remind you that you have been listening to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all